Hello, guys. Welcome. This is Brandon Evans here with PRS, Premier Racing Setups, home of the two builders and one setup pack setup shop here. We offer a great value, 15 bucks a month subscription. This week we're at Darlington in the next gen car, so I'm going to take you through a few laps and go through some of the tips and tricks and how to get around this track. So here we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into the to the lap. You'll notice on the backstretch we're shifting this week. Ideally, we'd like to try to keep it in fourth gear if we can. However, the gear kind of starts to chip through the red line on the backstretch, and unfortunately, you're going to have to shift. Perhaps in the late run, you won't have to, but we'll just kind of see. It depends on the pace of your race and whether there's a super long green flag run or not. So on entry to one, Darlington has a really funky turn one where you're going to have to clip the apron and drive it up to the fence. What I'm using for my braking point right here, this Coca-Cola sign seems to be a pretty good visual marker. In the draft, you're perhaps going to want to back this up to where you can see kind of there's these red boxes right here. So kind of like this the third box from this white graphic seems to be anywhere in here is going to be a good lift and braking point. We are going to trail brake into this corner just slightly to keep the balance of the car pretty neutral. If you do not do that and you just lift, you're just going to plow and hit the fence, and Darlington's known for that, so we're going to try to not do that. The next part of turn 1 and 2 is the funky exit of turn 2. My visual marker that I use is typically this Coca-Cola sign. When you're trying to save tires, you're ideally going to want to drive just past this Coca-Cola sign and then increase your throttle with a straight exit. If you try to throttle up well before this, you are going to plow and hit the fence. If you do happen to make it, you're just going to scrub your right front tire. So I would really advise drivers to be very, very patient on the exit of this corner in traffic. It is a flipping nightmare. Side by side is just awful. And we'll talk about that and some race etiquette and stuff for this racetrack after we go through the lap. So I will show you this exit here. So kind of waiting until I have a good straight exit. So I'm kind of looking right here for the back half of this graphic right here and the next white box as my straight exit. The other part about that is you want to kind of try to stay to the bottom on this apron. You'll see where the track's kind of darkened. If you're above or if you're straddling or above this seam, the likelihood that you could hit the wall is there. So be very careful with that. All right, so we're full throttle. About halfway down the backstretch, you're going to want to be shifting, ideally around this light right here. Now, for downshifting right here, you'll notice that on the fence kind of goes up. And there's another graphic right here. You'll notice I'm already starting to brake. For this corner, I run the bottom. That's the corner that I like. I think it has the most grip potential. Some folks later in the run will kind of start to run the fence. I think it's too risky to run the fence and run the wall here because if it grabs you, it'll pull you back. So we're gonna brake and we're gonna try to get our left side tires on this seam right here as close to the seam. There's kind of a little grip strip right here on this. We might wash up just slightly, and we're just gonna hold the wheel steady right here. Down here on the lower left of the screen, and then as soon as we can exit and have a straight exit, we're going to do that. You'll see me pull the wheel to the right. So I want to kind of show this corner in real time. So being very patient, right? So I'm letting the car rotate through this corner. All right, third box right here. A little bit of a trail brake. We're gonna keep it about 50%. Now, I lifted in this corner. I felt like I was gonna miss it if I didn't, just because I kind of pushed it through the center. It is best to lift either completely or lift very aggressively to get the nose to pitch. Otherwise, again, if you stay in the gas, you're going to keep the rear tires engaged and you're just going to plow and hit the fence. So again, we don't want to try to do that. Use that apron. Now on a long run, you're going to want to just let the car rotate and be very easy on the gas. We're running about 50% throttle up on the wall. Look, I see the Coke sign. As the tires heat up, you can likely, if you nail the exit of the corner, you can likely just stay in it. On cold tires, it's kind of it's very tight, so you'll notice that my throttle points are getting a little bit more aggressive as I'm trying to push for lap time. All right. Thanks for joining us here at PRS, Premier Racing Setups. Enjoy Darlington. It's a really fun track. Be careful and enjoy. All right. Take care.